Hello everyone, this is Money Mom. Welcome to the channel. Today is a major health update and I've got two major things to tell you. Let's get started and talk about it. Actually, I'm doing this video the week of when I'm going to be posting it. And the reason I say that is normally I post about a week to a week and a half ahead of time because I like having my videos posted ahead. But I went to the neck doctor on Tuesday, October 11th, and today is Wednesday, October 12th. So, I'll be posting this video on Friday. I had x-rays on my neck. My neck is no longer broken. I no longer have a fracture. He said that I don't have to wear the neck brace anymore. It may not hurt to wear it in a car to give myself a little more security. And he said that I may want to intermittently wear it, maybe to give myself some support, but he said for the most part, I don't need to wear it. I can resume almost all activities, but still err on the side of caution. For example, I probably wouldn't want to ride in a train that's going to jostle me and shake me around a lot. I wouldn't want to probably go ride on a roller coaster, things like that. So I'm still going to err on the side of caution, but I won't be wearing the neck brace anymore unless I'm riding in a vehicle. So when I go do my product demos or I go grocery shopping, I won't be wearing it anymore. When I'm at home here, I won't be wearing it anymore. But I will, however, wear it while I'm riding in a car. I don't feel quite back to normal, but I'm moving that direction because there is still some pain. I cannot fully turn my head to the left or the right. And the neck doctor said that it may be another couple months before I really do feel 100%. So if I were to say out of 100%, how do I feel? I'm going to say I'm at about 70%, because I can't fully turn and there is some pain when doing so. And if I were to bend down and touch my toes, it does put some strain on my neck to do that. So, but I am getting better. I still have physical therapy. Not sure when I'll be released from that. I'll let you guys know. So I wanted to touch base on that. Another thing I wanted to share with you is within 1 week, I've lost 8 pounds. And I'm sharing this with you for a reason. I have to share what has been going on. Bottom line, when I was doing these, I'm going to call them weight gain updates or health updates. All I was doing was getting bigger every month. I even have had several subscribers get frustrated. I totally understand. Who wants to hear negative news every month about someone's weight? But I'm still going to do the updates anyway. Last month, I didn't even want to get on the scale. I will be telling you my weight November 1st. Let me tell you who kind of inspired me. The two folks that have inspired me recently to get back on my weight loss journey, I'm going to tell you what I did to lose the 8 pounds, was Nicole Collet and her husband Kyle. I've shouted them out before. I'm going to link the channels below. And the Keto Twins. The Keto Twins actually was a recent video that they did. If you guys don't know who they are identical twin ladies. I think they live in the Chicago area. And they both lost around 80 pounds and they've kept it off for, I'm saying, around 3-4 years. And Kyle and Nicole lost 130 pounds each, and they each kept it off about close to 8 years. So they have known what it takes to lose the weight, but they also know what it takes to keep it off, since about 90 to 95% of people that gain or lose weight end up gaining it back. We've heard that before. So what the Keto Twins said really kind of struck with me. They said a lot of people will say, oh, you're not on a diet. Oh, it has to be a lifestyle change. She said when you start off, when you're still losing weight and you're still trying to figure things out, she goes, you're restricting yourself. She goes, that's the only way you can lose weight is having some kind of restriction. Either restricting calories, you're restricting, sugars, you're making some changes. She said, otherwise if you don't make changes, permanent changes, you're not going to lose weight, which that's valid. And she said it only becomes a lifestyle once it becomes a habit and you've done it for a period of time and you kept it off. And that made total sense. And so I thought, okay, what did I do last time that worked? And am I willing to make those lifestyle changes? The biggest thing that works for me is number one, tracking my food. Just like if you're on a budget and you don't know where all your money's going, you have to budget your calories, you budget your money. You're like, oh my gosh, I don't understand. I don't have any money left over after the month. You start tracking all your spending, you're like, whoa. Just like if you start tracking your food, you're like, that's how much I'm eating. So I started tracking my food. and basically just eating less, eating what I want, but eating in a calorie deficit. So I'm not saying I can't have things. I can have whatever I want, but it has to be a portion. It can't just be like a whole cake, for example. So I will say I did lose 8 pounds in exactly 1 week. Yes, I'm aware that a lot of that's water. I will be giving you weigh-in updates, but I am back on track finally after 2 years of making excuses, or almost 2 years of making excuses. And so I'm feeling a lot better about that. But the Keto Twins and Nicole Collet and her husband Kyle have really inspired me. And also one of you, and I don't know who it was because it didn't come with a card, I got a book in the mail that I started reading. And it is called Chasing Cupcakes: How One Broke Fat Girl Transformed Her Life and How You Can Too. I only started reading it, but I want to tell you something. Most books I read are forgettable. I'm going to tell you what I like about this book. Now, the beginning is kind of, her journey and her story. But the second chapter, which I haven't gotten into, it's called Getting the Most Out of This Book. She said she doesn't want her book to be a book where, you put it on your to-do list. I read this book called Chasing Cupcakes, and you set it aside and you donate it. This book, I'm not even going to call it a book. I'm going to call it a journal. I'm going to call it a process. She asks a lot of questions in here because I was skimming through it, and I already have an online journal where she asks questions about why we do things the way you do. It's kind of a deep dive into, hey, how are you, did you get to where you're at now, and to go over some things. So what I'm going to be doing is, there's a lot of questions in here. I'm going to be journaling about this, because a lot of times when we have problems in life, we want to fix the problems, but we don't do what I would say a feelings inventory and find out why we do the things we do, why we feel the way we do, where it's coming from, and maybe journal it, write it down, and figure it out. You could be positive all day long, you could change your habits, but if we don't find the deep root of why do we overeat, why do we overspend, why do we get in unhealthy relationships, it doesn't matter what it is. Why am I always broke? Why am I always in debt? Whatever that is, if we keep going back to bad habits, there's reasons for it. And maybe instead of just thinking positively and, coming up with goals, and just doing all that, maybe we need to sit back and figure out where it's coming from. And I think it's from a lot of learned behaviors. So basically, this Chasing Cupcakes, I consider it a journaling book. Basically, it's a process. It's a book that you could literally take all year to read, because you're going to be answering a lot of questions and doing a deep dive into what makes you you. I don't know if I'm making sense at all. I'll kind of let you know later, but this is a book that I'll definitely be keeping, and it's going to take me a while to go through it and to write down the answers to the questions in here. So I think that's going to help me, because I've been on so many weight loss journeys and gone up and down in my weight so many times that, yeah, it's great that I lost the 8 pounds, but if I never take time to figure out why do I keep gaining the weight back, and what is it, what am I going through, and just think about that and figure it out, then maybe, I don't know. I mean, I can't say right now that I'm going to get back down in the 170s, 180s and keep it off, because I don't know what keeps causing me to gain it back. I got to be able to figure that out so that I can finally get to a healthier weight and keep it off. So you guys let me know. By the way, I do want to say this. I know some of you may not be interested in the weight loss, weight gain updates, because I understand it's frustrating when somebody just comes and keeps making excuses. There is no excuse for why I do the things that I do. I actually don't know why, and that's hopefully what this book will help me figure out. So whoever sent Chasing Cupcakes, thank you. I am not going to just skim through it and read it and put it off my to-do list. And that's what I think is wrong with a lot of self-help books, is that many self-help books are just books you read and you don't apply it. Bottom line is, if I'm not reading this and applying it to my life and, really, like I said, looking over things and figuring out why, then it's not going to help me. So just wanted to let you guys know that I am back on track. I will be talking more about this. I may also be going into some things from my childhood and certain more personal things about my eating from that time, and videos once a month on the first of the month, and just share some things. That may also help me heal in some ways. So I know this video was longer. I just wanted to do this health update, and I do appreciate those of you who have been encouraging about my situation and have been encouraging and kind, even though I have gained weight back. Many of you have never said anything unkind. You've been loving and supportive anyway, even when I have fallen off the wagon. And I appreciate you more than ever. Anyway, that's all I have to say for now. I love you, I appreciate you, and I'll see you on November 1st. Bye-bye.